Hello students, let us learn general science from the book Science Squared for class 5. Let us learn chapter 4, life process of animals. In this chapter, we shall discuss about life process such as respiration and locomotion that takes place in various living organisms or animals. Let us begin the chapter. Different animals live in different surroundings or environment such as water, land, sea, sand, etc. They differ in habits, that is the place where they nature, habitats, that is the place where they live in, body features, shape and size. All their activities such as breathing, movement, feeding, etc. are in such a way suitable to their environment. Otherwise, they will die. Let us learn about respiration or breathing that takes place in different animals. Animals breathe to get oxygen. Oxygen burns the food and release the energy which is used for various living activities. Land animals take in oxygen from the air. Aquatic animals take the dissolved oxygen from the water. There are different types of organs for breathing. Amoeba and earthworm respire through body surface. Insects breathe through the holes called spiracles which are present on their body surface. Spiracles lead to air tubes that reach to every tissues of the body. This is because the blood of insects does not have hemoglobin which carries the oxygen. Let us learn about respiration in birds, reptiles and mammals. Birds, reptiles and mammals breathe through lungs. The air is taken in through nostrils and reach the lungs through windpipe. The lungs have a network of small blood vessels. Oxygen is absorbed into the blood from the air and carbon dioxide from the blood passes out in the air during respiration. Whales and dolphins also breathe through lungs. They have come to water surface for breathing in air. Let us learn how respiration takes place in aquatic animals. Fishes, crabs, oysters and tadpoles breathe through gills. These organisms takes in the water through the mouth and passes out through gills. Oxygen which is dissolved in the water is absorbed into the blood from the blood vessels in the gills. Breathing in frog takes place in three ways. Tadpoles, that is young frogs, breathe through gills. Adult frogs in water breathe through moist skin. Adult frogs in land breathe through lungs. Let us discuss about locomotion that takes place in mammals. Animals move in search of food, mate or shelter. They use their locomotory organs such as scales, muscles, limbs, wings or fins to crawl, walk, run, climb, jump, hop, fly in air or swim in water. Mammals have two pairs of limbs, that is legs, which is used for walking and running. The two limbs at the front are called forelimbs, that is considered as arms, while the two limbs at the back are called hind limbs, which is act as a legs. In terrestrial mammals like cow, horse and elephant, the toes are made like hoof. They use all the four legs to walk or run. Kangaroo moves only by hopping or jumping. This humping, hopping and jumping takes place through hind limbs. Let us learn how locomotion takes place in humans. Man possesses well-developed limbs. He can stand erect, walk, run or jump with only the hind limbs, which is considered as legs. At the same time, he can use forelimbs or arms for feeding, working, playing, defense or attack. The backbone is so flexible that he can bend and turn easily. The child uses both the forelimbs and the hind limbs to crawl. The opposable position of the thumb and the fingers help to hold things, write and work with the tools. Let us learn how locomotion takes place in arboreal animals. Mammals like monkeys and squirrels use all the forelimbs for moving. They rest on their hind limbs while they use forelimbs to catch or eat their food. Monkeys and apes have opposable thumbs and fingers that help them to grip to a branch firmly. Bat is a mammal which has a thin, delicate, membranous skin which expands from arms to hands and long fingers to fly. The wings has no feathers as seen in birds. Let us learn about how locomotion takes place in birds. Birds have wings to fly. The wings have feathers. Wings are attached to the breastbones of the bird with the help of flight muscles. These muscles help the birds to flap their wings when they fly high. Some birds, like fowls and peacocks, can fly only for short distances. Some birds, like penguin, ostrich, and kiwi, cannot fly at all. Forelimbs of penguins are used as flippers to swim fast. Ostrich can run very fast on its long hind limbs, which is legs. Ducks have toes of hind limbs, which are webbed feet that help them to swim. Let us learn about locomotion in reptiles and amphibians. Reptiles like lizards, turtles, and crocodiles have very short legs. Hence, they can only crawl. Snakes do not have legs but have scales underneath their body which are attached to their ribs. Hence, ribs act as a legs and scales or plates act as a feet for the snakes to crawl. Turtles possess paddle-like limbs which helps them to swim in the water. Amphibians such as frogs possess webbed toes which help them to swim in the water. Frogs also have two pairs of limbs which helps them in jumping or hopping. The hind limbs of frogs are much longer than the forelimbs. Let us learn about the locomotion in fishes and insects. Fishes have a paired fins, one or more unpaired fins, and a tail fin. The diagram shows three types of fins. The fish use the paired fins as oars when they swim slowly. The tail fin is used as a propeller, pushing the fish forward. The unpaired fins help in maintaining the balance in the water. Insects have three pairs of legs and one or two pairs of wings. The wings of the insects such as butterfly, housefly, honeybee and mosquito helps them to fly. A grasshopper uses its hind pair of long legs for hopping. Earthworm do not possess locomotory organ and hence it contracts and expands its body for the movement. Let us recap the chapter. All activities of the animals help them to adapt to their surroundings. Animals have different organs such as lungs, gills, moist skin, etc. to breathe according to their surroundings. Limbs in the form of legs, wings, paddles or fins help the animals to move. Terrestrial mammals have limbs to move. Snakes have broad plates or scales underneath their bodies to crawl on the ground. Aerial animals have wings to fly, while the aquatic animals have fins, paddles, or webbed toes to swim in the water. Man can stand erect on his hind limbs, that is, legs. This ends the chapter.